أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome, everyone. Let's just take a deep breath, settle in, and approach this explainer with adab, a real sense of spiritual courtesy. Think of this time together as a virtual sukhbah, a quiet, gentle, spiritual gathering. Today, we're diving into something truly beautiful. We are going to explore how the absolute, staggering vastness of the cosmos maps directly onto the quietest, most intimate spaces of your own heart.
So to really start this journey, we have to ask a profound question. How exactly does the Lord of the Seven Heavens hold your smallest, most private grief? You see, Sūrat al-Ṭalāq, the chapter of the Quran we're unpacking today, well, up until its final verse, it's an intensely interior text. It literally starts in a single bedroom with a marriage ending. It deals with incredibly tight, constricted spaces, divorce, waiting periods, the quiet anxieties of daily provision. It's all about very human, very difficult situations. But then, right at the very end, it does something absolutely breathtaking. It takes the camera and it just pulls way, way back. It moves from these painful, claustrophobic rooms into the vastest cosmic frame you could possibly imagine.
Let's read the translation of this verse together, nice and slow. God is the one who made seven heavens, and of the earth their like. The command comes down through them, so that you may know that God has power over everything and that God's knowing has surrounded everything. This one sentence, it's literally the largest exhalation in the entire text. It just pulls back as far as the lens will go. It doesn't warn us, it doesn't legislate rules, it simply names the sheer size of the room where all our small, intimate struggles have been taking place. It's a reminder that you are never alone. You're being held all along inside a cosmos.
Okay, let's really dive into this. When the classical teachers looked at this verse, they saw two distinct, beautiful realities. On the outer level, what we call the Dhahir, scholars like al-Tabari and al-Qurtubi saw a physically layered universe. Seven heavens above, earths below, and a divine command constantly descending through them. So it's not a closed system, right? It's a living conversation. But the mystics and Sufis, they looked at the exact same words and saw the batin, the inner reality. They mapped these seven heavens directly onto the human being. Your soul has its own layered geography, its own levels of refinement and spiritual purification or tazkiyah. When approached with true ikhlas, or deep sincerity, you realize that the command coming down through the physical heavens is the exact same guidance whispering down through the layers of your own heart.
Now, if we look closely at the tail end of that verse, two specific divine attributes are highlighted. Qadir, which means completely capable or powerful over everything, and ahati, meaning encompassing absolutely everything in knowledge. The great philosopher al-Razi had this brilliant insight here. He pointed out that these are the exact two qualities an anxious heart desperately needs to hear. Why? Well, power tells you that God actually has the capacity to pull you out of your situation. And encompassing knowledge, that tells you He's actually noticed your struggle. He sees you, He knows, and He has the power to help. I mean, that is the ultimate cure for an anxious heart, right there.
What's truly fascinating is how beautifully modern science echoes these ancient truths. Look at the parallels. Modern physics makes incredibly similar claims, just without the religious vocabulary. The seven heavens and earths? That maps perfectly onto our modern understanding that the universe isn't flat at all. It's layered with quantum fields, dark matter, and space-time curvature. The command descending sounds exactly like continuous field instantiation, where every single particle is constantly excited and sustained by underlying fields moment to moment. And encompassing knowledge? Quantum mechanics literally calls this non-local quantum entanglement, where at the deepest level, everything is intimately connected to everything else. The universe is exactly as layered and entangled as the verse describes.
But the mystics didn't just look up at the stars, they looked within. The great master Ibn Arabi taught that these seven heavens and earths actually sketch out the architecture of the insan kamil, the complete human being. We are basically the universe in miniature. The cosmos is the chest writ large. Rumi captured this beautifully. He famously said, "You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop." The vastness out there, it's meant to reflect the absolute vastness inside you. The exact same knower who holds the seven heavens is holding the small private heaven of your own chest.
So what does this all mean for us practically? How do we apply this to our daily spiritual path? Well, the great scholar al-Ghazali taught that human anxiety really boils down to just two core doubts, and both of them completely destroy our yaqeen, our spiritual certainty. First, we doubt God's power. We think, man, my problem is huge. Can He really fix this? Or second, we doubt His knowledge. We think, I'm just one tiny person. Does He even notice what I'm going through? This single verse is direct, targeted medicine for both of those doubts. The cosmos was built to show you that His power is absolute
and his knowledge misses absolutely nothing.
Let's move deeper and see how this certainty builds, because it gets even more amazing when we look at the abjad system, the ancient numerical values of the Arabic letters in this verse. In this profound tradition, mathematical patterns emerge that reinforce the spiritual meaning. For instance, the Arabic words for creating and encompassing both mathematically reduce to the number 1. This whispers something huge to us. Creating the universe and currently holding the universe aren't two separate things. It's a single continuous act. What was made is exactly what is being held right now in this very second.
Moving along, the words for knowledge and thing both reduce to the number 5. This is such a stunning, divine truth. It tells us that God's knowing fits the known perfectly. Nothing is overknown, nothing is underknown, and absolutely nothing escapes the inventory. Every single thing is completely perfectly enveloped by His knowledge.
Then we uncover that the words for earth and comes down both reduce to the number 2. Now 2 is the number of relationship. It beautifully maps out the paired structure of the cosmos. Think about it. There is up and down. There's the divine source giving, and there is us, the earth, receiving. The command is moving in this constant, deeply loving relationship between the two.
And this next one brilliantly illustrates one of my absolute favorite details. The words for powerful and between both reduce to 8. This shows us that God's immense power isn't just sitting somewhere far, far above the action. No, His power is actively located right in the in-between spaces. It's in the active descent of grace into your daily life. Whenever you feel caught in between something, a decision, a transition, that is exactly where the divine is at work.
Continuing with this incredible geometry, the word for heavens reduces to 4. Think of the 4 cardinal directions. It represents consistency, solid ground. It's a reminder that the architecture of both the universe and divine justice is incredibly stable. It's consistent. It's something you can safely lean your entire weight against when things get tough.
Finally, we reach 7. The word for the divine armor, the command, or the unfolding of His will, reduces to 7, which is the universal number of completion. It shows us that throughout this entire surah, beneath all the messy human details of divorce and daily hardship, the divine command has been humming along. Just a quiet, unbroken note of completion underneath the whole shebang.
With all of this in our minds, I'd love to invite you to do a quiet reflection tonight. Step outside, look up at the night sky, and I mean really look for a full minute. Let the sheer size of the cosmos wash over you. Feel your own smallness. But then, realize this, the exact same mind processing those giant stars is simultaneously holding your private griefs, your unspoken apologies, your daily struggles. The God holding those stars, He's holding you. So ask yourself, what have you treated as too small to matter lately? What have you treated as way too large to bear? And ultimately, if this universe exists so that you may know, what simple, specific sentence is the universe trying to teach you right now?
To really anchor this and to help cultivate deep tawakkul, or trust, I want to share a simple, practical dhikr practice with you. For the next 7 nights, right before you fall asleep, place both hands over your chest. Feel that inner cosmos. Slowly say out loud, "The power that holds the stars is holding me." Then say, "The knowing that holds the cosmos has not lost track of my small day." Just stay right there, resting in that truth, for 3 deep breaths. Try it for 7 nights, and just see how that 8th night feels. Notice the incredible peace that settles in.
Let's close out our reflection today with this soft munajat, a gentle supplication. O power that strung the stars and counts the cycles of the small womb. O knowing that holds the cosmos and has not forgotten my Tuesday, teach me to feel both at once, the vastness above me and the attention upon me, and teach me to walk through the rest of my days inside that gentle weather. Amen.
Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. I truly hope this brought some ease and clarity to your heart. Please forgive and accept our apologies for any mispronunciations of these sacred terms that might have slipped through our AI tools today. Compiled with gratitude by Mir Ali Shah, a seeker sharing through the Living the Wisdom of the Quran podcast. May you walk gently, knowing you are profoundly held. But tell me, tonight, when you look up at those 7 heavens, which of your smallest, quietest griefs are you finally going to let the cosmos carry?